Alrighty then. I figured I would take a moment or two, this will be a real short video, to address something that I've seen a couple people talking about and mentioning and having little discussions and arguments and blah 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 blah. And that is the Telltale Games style of choices in games. And I wanted to address that a little bit because it's kind of in my own little brain here. It's kind of like a life lesson. The games like The Walking Dead, for example, or The Wolf Among Us, which, by the way, I got to play that again. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to forget a good portion of it, so that might be popping up soon. The Borderlands thingy, whoever did that one, I don't know who did that one. And Game of Thrones, all those great games. And they give you choices, and it says the game tailors itself to the way you play. Now, yes, indeed it does. There are some things, however, that cannot be tailored. There is a beginning and there is an end. And that beginning and end is predetermined by the game. In other words, you might start out in this town and you have to get to this town. How you get there, that's a whole nother story. That's the way these games work. And that's why I love them so much. Looking back, for example, on The Walking Dead. The first time I played that, the very first episode, the one with Lee, when Lee was actually still alive. I didn't want him to die. I wanted him to go along forever and ever and ever. But anyhow, he had to die in order to continue playing as Clem. It was inevitable. He was going to die, period. But the journey getting him there and learning about all these other characters was the point of the game. That's the fun part. When you're in the drugstore and you're about to get attacked, you're getting attacked by zomboids and they're trying to come and eat you up. You have a choice. You can either save the lady reporter or you can save Doug, the geeky guy with the computers and his little chubby fella. Anyhow, you can save one of those two. You have to choose between one or the other. That's one of your choices. My choice the first time I played was to choose the reporter. I saved the girl. Doug got at. So I didn't get to see anything Doug did at all. So there was a whole storyline that had to do with that girl, the reporter lady. I don't remember what the hell her name was. And that went through most of the first episode of the first season and the second episode, I believe. Actually, I think she went quite a ways until she died. But she died because, well, she had to. As a matter of fact, when what's-her-name comes out of the motorhome and shoots and kills Doug, in my playthrough this time, she killed the reporter lady instead. That's just the way it went. They had that character, whichever one you chose, had to die at that point for the game to progress. Now, did your choices make any difference? No. One of them had to die. But because of those choices, I got to play both the storyline with the reporter lady, which was really cool, by the way, from what I remember of it anyhow. Don't remember much, but I remember it was fun, and I think there was a love interest possibility there type of thing. And then there was Doug. I played that storyline in the one you guys saw. Also, very fun. So, yeah. Do you make choices? Yes. Do they matter? Yes. To a point. So, when you get to the end where this particular character or whatever action you chose happens, it has to happen. Period. So, when you get to the end of the road, you get to the end of the road. But it's the journey. Stop being so damn paranoid, picky, pissy about, well, my choice didn't matter because this person died anyhow. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's the way the game is. But the choices along the way changed the way the story played out to get there. And that's what makes these games so awesome. Yeah, you got to have a playthrough. You got to get to the end, and then the end is going to have to be whatever it has to be. but it's the journey, just like life. You know, eventually everybody dies. You're gonna die eventually. The choices you make along the way change how you get there, but you're gonna die. Just like in the game. The choices you make along the way change how that gets there, but you're gonna get there. So look at it from that point of view. Do the choices, like all the choices I made in Game of Thrones, trying to save, what was his name, Ethan? Yeah, the little teenage boy who was Lord Ethan. He became like king of that little area, whatever it was. Did he die? Yeah, he was bound to die. He was going to die no matter what I did. He was going to die. But along that path, chose whether or not the daughter or his sister or his little brother, the things that happened to them because of the choices I made along the way. You know, at the very, very, very beginning of that game, there was a choice where I could either go talk to the forester's his son that was with him in the battle. I could go talk to him first, or I could go with the barrel or go get more meat. I chose to go get more meat. I figured maybe I'll catch him along the way. Then we get attacked. I had a choice. Do I either go and warn Mr. Forrester guy dude, or do I save the other little squire boy? I chose to go warn everybody, and the squire boy died. So did the squire have to die? I don't know. I didn't play any other playthroughs, so I don't know. And I haven't watched anybody else's, so I don't know what their choices were. I don't know if anybody else saved him first and if it made a difference. The thing is, it happened. When I got back, another guy there was ticked off that I didn't save the squire. It's all how it's played. So instead of worrying about do my choices make an ultimate matter difference, no. Don't worry about that shit. It's not important. Enjoy the game and the choices that you're making and see how that plays out. When you're done, do like I did. Go back and play it again and make different choices. You'll see the game plays differently. And it's just as much fun the second time around. So that's all I got to say on that. But I did want to address it and say something about it, and at least impart some old guy wisdom on you, or whatever you want to call it. Just some old guy rambling, for that matter. So there you go. There's that. I hope it's at least change your view on how to play the games or what to think about when you're playing the games. I'm kind of curious in The Walking Dead. I know a lot of people, and I'm pretty certain the first time around I chose to kill Jane and keep Kenny. And then you had either you go into Wellington alone, or you walk off with Kenny. Those were the two choices I think that were available. The last playthrough I did, I chose Jane. There's also a choice where you kill them both. I mean, where's poor Clem living on her own? How's that going to work out? But does that mean that eventually Jane's going to die? Eventually Kenny's going to die? Maybe. So if eventually Kenny dies, Kenny dies. Get over it. Go on. At least you got that little more gameplay enjoying that character. I'm not going to get that because I killed Kenny. So I'm going to get whatever gameplay I can get out of playing with Jane. We'll see. That's the point of having all these choices, because you can play the game over again, make different choices, and do different things. You're going to end up dead at the end, but that's the way the game is, just like life. Okay? Cool. That's enough of that. I got some other videos coming up a little later on. I did a little Sam & Max, did a little Skyrim, did a little Rage. Is that what it was called? Yeah, something like that, I think. And I really wanted to do the Ethan, what is it, Ethan Carter or Ethan Walker, Ethan somebody or another. It's another game I have. It's one of those click here, point there, click there, pick this up, do that thing with. And I believe Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands, is coming out with another episode on Tuesday, from what I understand. I was misinformed. I thought The Walking Dead's new season was going to start by the end of February. I was totally misled on that. So I apologize for getting your hopes up. I don't know when the hell it's coming back out. I just hope they do another Wolf Among Us. We'll see. It seems like it kind of played itself out, though, didn't it? You got to the end, and that was the end. I don't know. Oh, well. All right. Till then, you folks have a great one. I will see you in the next video. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. 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 Ha ha ha.